Annyeonghaseyo! Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for Two, and this is my watching now of 7th grade civil servant, or My Girlfriend is an Agent, or Level 7 Civil Servant. So it has a ton of names right now. I'm sure they'll pick one, or at least all the bloggers will pick one, and it'll stick. So this just came out, 2 episodes are up. It's I think a Wednesday, Thursday show, so I watched the second episode on Thursday night on TV, and I was like, okay, I need to watch the first episode. So I waited till it came up and watched it subbed on dramacrazy.net, and it's up, so I'm really happy about that. So I'll tell you guys about the actors. So it obviously has actors that we know. So we have Choi Gong-hee plays Kim So-won. She was in Protect the Boss. Joo Won plays Han Gil-ro, and he was in Bridal Mass, Okyayo Brothers. Chan Sung plays Kang Do-ha. He's a member of 2PM. And Kim Min-so plays Shin So-mi, and she was in The Moon Embraces the Sun, Sun Kung Kwan Scandal, Babyface Beauty, I think. And there's a lot of other people. There's also a cast, like an older cast, that was in, actually the lead female, the older generation, she was in Moon Embraces the Sun as well. And I remember her because she had the same name as me, because my Korean name is Adi, and her name is Adi, so I always remember her. So this show, obviously I came to it because Joo Won's in it, and I want to watch it. And I think it's interesting. So the plot is kind of cool. Like, the idea is that they are civil servants, so they're going into, like, basically the equivalent of, like, the CIA, but it's the NIS. And it's the kind of thing where they're going to become, like, spies or secret agents, whatever. He wants to be James Bond. And I think the reason this show kind of reminds me like of something like Iris or Ghost, you know, dealing with like the government, and we'll see where it goes. Now we only have 2 episodes out right now, and these were sort of like introducing the characters. I think obviously it's going to be like a fast forward sort of thing because they're supposed to have like a year in training, but maybe it's a year in training was what we're going to see, but I doubt it. I feel like they're going to fast forward to when they're actually like legit. And then there's a few like complicated dark characters coming in soon, so we can see that. We'll move to the stuff that really matters. Love triangle. So love triangle is very, very strong already in this one. So you have Chan Sung, and I am shocked that I actually really like him. Like, okay, of course I like him. He's in 2PM. I think he's adorable. But I was like, okay, it's gonna be like, what's his name? The kid from M Black who was in Ghost, who I was like, why is he even in this? Like, he's in it for ratings, but like, he didn't do anything. But I feel like Chan Sung is going to be good in this. And I'm actually kind of shocked. I think what's cool is that he plays this like really strong, like immediately steps in to all her awkward situations and helps her out, which of course we love. Because you need that guy who's just like the legit good guy right from the beginning. And even though he's definitely not going to end up with her, we still love him. So he's clearly going to be a part of the love triangle. There's like a handshake battle between the 2 of them. Epic already. And then Joo Won, like, doesn't like her, really. And they sort of meet on this, like, blind date arranged by his mom, but she's not actually supposed to be there. She's getting paid to be on this blind date, pretending to be a diplomat's daughter. It's just amazing. And clearly she's going to be, like, the best civil servant, secret agent ever. And he's, like, the dilettante who needs to grow up, and she's going to help him with that, so we love it. Misunderstandings. Obviously her identity was a misunderstanding, the 2 of them. I feel like every time he talks, he opens his mouth like, oh, I only like people that don't have any money and that work hard and this, and clearly everything he's saying is her, which is interesting. And they're like talking about fate all the time, and so we know where this is going, but we like it. Bad guy turned good. Clearly it's going to be Joo Won. Like, he's a jerk. He's going to come around. Chan Sung's character is also interesting because something about him is like kind of dark. They flash back to when he was like in the military and these like really intense moments of combat that he was going through. So his character seems like it's going to be really complex. And the female lead, she's like our classic, like plucky, working hard, really trying to do her best to like succeed and to help her family. So we're going to love her. I feel like the story, it doesn't feel like super, super new, like it's something we've obviously seen before, but I actually kind of like that it's got this sort of governmental, like working, you know, 007 kind of thing going to it, but it doesn't feel like too, I don't know, like I hate shows like 24, so it doesn't feel like that. It still feels like a romance. But I don't know, hopefully it's going to be more funny than serious, because I can't really, like, but so far it's been funny because Joo Won and Gangi really have like a very physical, funny dynamic, so I like that. Kiss, piggyback ride, not yet, but I'm sure it's coming. I mean, I think this is going to be one where like they fall on each other, like that happened in Flower Boy Next Door already. And I feel like this is one that something like that's going to happen. Or they're going to have to like pretend that they're in love, or like making out so that they don't get caught being spies. Who knows? It's going to happen. And we'll be there when it does. Fashion. So she just has like a really bad black suit that's kind of a running joke. And yeah, so nothing else so far. Of course, he looks really sharp. And he's like, in the dead of winter, he's outside in a blazer. I'm telling you, it is too cold here for a blazer, but whatever. I love how like they, and like it's parts of the show like they're wearing scarves and stuff, but the other parts are just like walking around with no scarf. That's impossible in Korea, okay? It is too cold right now to not have a scarf and a hat and gloves and another hat. It's so cold. Music, I don't know. There hasn't been any music yet that I've really noticed. But I would say that so far the show looks really, really cute. And I mean, I'm obviously into it just for Joo Won. There's my neighbors again. But I think we're gonna like it. Like, it kind of got mixed reviews. Some people are saying they didn't like it, but I think it's gonna be good. I will definitely be watching, and I think so will my neighbors, if you can hear them screaming. Yeah, so I think you guys will like it, and I totally recommend watching it. It's up on dramacrazy.net, and I think it's also up on Viki, but I can't watch Viki here, but my sister is watching it. Okay, bye guys.